Welcome everyone to a beautiful sunny summer day here in Camp Terrapin. We are still in the same location here under the holly tree in Antioch, California. But if you look around and you compare this to the pictures of the trees at the beginning of this video, you'll notice they're not that much different, but they're hundreds of miles apart. One of them is the land that I purchased earlier this week, and one of them is here where we are now. We have purchased land, everyone. And we have purchased it for the Sangha, for the benefit of all sentient beings, and so that the Dharma Wheel Hermitage will be aspirational and wandering no longer. We are going to build the most gorgeous hermitage that has ever been in paradise here in Northern California, and a place that will be not only a sanctuary for myself and my practice, but for anyone who wants to retreat there. There will be a prayer hall and two main retreat buildings, huts or whatever you want to call them. There's going to be a meditation grotto, all sorts of things that we want to do. A green Tara grotto for the doggies. So yeah, it's going to be beautiful. And so you probably have a bunch of questions, and so I'll try to answer some of them now, and then also I'm going to do a live stream at some point once we catch up with ourselves. It's kind of been a forensic rush. This opportunity sort of came upon me quickly. I was prepared to spend years more living out of the wagon. And by the way, guys, the Terrapin Fire is going with us. We're going to pack it up just the way we always do, as if we were just going on a day trip, but we're going to wheel it right onto the property. We'll do that also during a live stream. We're going to claim the property sometime in September. And then we'll cover that with live streams and videos and all sorts of fun stuff to help let all of you be a part of us taking this land. And we got some surprises, some cool stuff. We're gonna raise the flag, and we're gonna post some signage out to claim the land. And then we're gonna take the advice of some monks and stuff like that, and do whatever you would do to sort of claim and bless land that's meant for the use of the Sangha, which that's what this property is. This is not some sort of private home for me and the boys. We're going to build a monastic facility, a monastic level retreat facility on this property, slowly but surely, with our own bare hands. And it may not be as exciting as the chainsaw llama, but we are going to have a chainsaw. So you might get to see me doing some chainsaw stuff. As Xavier's like, okay, I'm gonna go I'm gonna go away from all that nonsense. Papa with a chainsaw sounds scary. But yeah, so we've got the land. I purchased it, I don't know now, maybe 2 days ago, on a 20-year note. But it was very inexpensive land, so the actual payment's only like $75 a month. Because it's only, the total purchase price is $5,000 for 2 acres, which is just fantastic. You saw the pictures. I mean, it's beautiful. There's roads right to it. It's very near a big major town. It's even got cellular coverage. So I mean, we'll be off grid in the sense of, there's not going to be any water and electricity will be on us, and of course the electricity will come from the sun. And the other news is, on a personal note, some of you met my sister during the live stream of the book release, and so I have some family in New England who desperately want to not be in New England anymore because it's really cold in New England a lot of the time. So she's coming out to retire out here, and she bought a plot of land not adjacent to the Hermitage, but very nearby, just up the the road a bit. And that's the plan. She will arrive with a camper and her vehicle in September, and then we will pack up all of our belongings here. All of our homeless wagon and everything is all gonna get packed up and brought up to and then it's very far from here. It's more or less that way and like a 3-hour drive. And then we go up and we'll, like I said, the day that we claim it, we'll try to actually even live stream the moment when we take the property and, you know, say some prayers and put out some signage and raise a flag and take the Dharma Wheel Hermitage, make it so. So that's the plan for the land. I think I covered all the details I wanted to talk about, but what we want to do now is we want to try to make as many payments ahead as we can. Give ourselves as much of a buffer room, as much space as we can to build on it. In fact, the first payment is actually due on August 5th. So we do need to at least raise 75 by then. If you look at the page that's linked in the description below, the special fundraising page just for the land, we have a posted goal. That's a first on my fundraising pages, but we put an actual goal of 5,000. And every penny that goes on that fund will send right straight along to the bank. And so essentially when that posted goal on that page reaches, when we reach the 5,000, the land will belong to the Sangha. It will be paid. We own it now, but I mean, you know how it works. It's like a note, right? So you got to pay it off. So yeah, but it's a pretty easy note to pay off, guys. I mean, this is not like a Richard Gere level build a monastery on a mountain in Colorado kind of thing. This is I can do this, we can do this. And it's been a long, hard journey, a long, hard struggle. We've been out here living essentially a homeless life on the streets of California for about 3 years and aspiring to do this, exactly this, to create a permanent hermitage, a permanent sanctuary. This place, you will not hear anything. You will not hear any highway noise. You will not hear any airplanes even, really, to be honest with you. There's nothing up there at all except endless miles of really nice land that's a sort of like this. I mean, if you saw the pictures at the beginning, and I'll play them again at the end of the video, but it's trees and what we call tall grass, just like this. The weather should be a little chillier, a little colder, but not much. And so it'll be very much what me and the boys are used to, and also what we're equipped for. We've been living in this biome now for a long time out of this wagon. We've got much survival gear just ready and waiting for this moment, although it's been keeping us alive all this time. So, and essentially the first few days we'll just move Camp Terrapin, what you see right here, we're going to move it straight up there and do more videos from up there, because a lot of you have spent time with us here in Camp Terrapin through my videos on YouTube. So we'll find a tree that looks a lot like this one, right, and we'll park ourselves under it but it'll be our property. And in the morning we wake up, we won't hear the highway, right? Yeah, see, and all that nonsense, all that jazz. So it's real. It has already happened, guys. This is a done deal. This is not aspirational at all. The paperwork has been signed. I have the land sale papers in my inbox, and paid the down payment and everything. The down payment was quite a miracle. I didn't know how I was going to raise it, to be honest with you. It's $200, and I just got to tell you the story. I'm not going to name names, but one of the most famous Zen teachers, certainly in this area, maybe arguably in the United States of America, has been apparently coming by every week and donating to us at the coffee shop. And we didn't know that he was the most famous Zen teacher in America until he went to give us his weekly donation. I told him, well, cool, we're a certain percentage of the way there to make our dreams come true. And he goes, well, why? What are you doing? And I told him that we were building a Buddhist hermitage, and he told me who he was, and I was like, my jaw just kind of dropped. I clicked it together with some YouTube videos of his that I've watched, and I'm like, wow. Didn't expect him to be there in like an aviator jacket and like sunglasses and blue jeans on, but yeah, it was kind of like meeting the Dalai Lama on the streets of Antioch in a way. So and he said, well, if 200's all it takes to make your dreams come true, and he reached back in and pulled out two 100 crisp $100 bills. I got pictures of them. Maybe I'll put them at the end of the video as well. But that was it. That we went and deposited the money and made the down payment. And within an hour, I had the sales papers. It was a very beautiful, seamless process. I want to thank, if he watches this video, I want to thank Matt from landlimited.com. Hey, Matt, I'm giving you a plug. So, bro, man, you know, be kind. You know what I mean? Anyway, Matt's got a referral program even. I was able to refer, my sister do the referral program, so that we got credit for bringing her into the mix and getting a second property from Matt. But Matt at landlimited.com, man, I'm telling you, you want a piece of paradise anywhere, really. He's got land in all kinds of states. Ring him up and tell him that the Dharma Bum sent you, and maybe he'll give me some stroke on the backside for sending him the business. But he's a great business, and he's got a wonderful, the whole thing is like a dashboard. It's like, you have an account, and it's just so seamless and so easy to understand process to buy the land. And Matt didn't pay me, and he doesn't know I'm going to say this, but I probably will send him a link to the video at some point. But so yeah. And so the initial land appeal, please guys, keep it in your hearts, if you will. Pray on it, and see what you can do to give. We want to just start clicking those payments off, not even waiting until the end of the month, just one after another. Basically, as fast as I can pull money into that particular fund, I will pass it along in $75 chunks to the bank, and make one payment after another. And when we reach the goal of that page, $5,000, the land will be completely paid for. It'll be just taxes and an annual fee to grade the roads. So it's like $100 a year after that to maintain the land. So let's see if we can try to get the word out. That would be helpful to as many people as you can, and to also consider a donation. We're really pressed. We really want to make this happen. And let me think. The last thing I wanted to talk about is, so what is the plan going forward? Like, if you want to give a large donation, are you going to form a nonprofit and all that sort of stuff? No, I'm not. Going to form a nonprofit. I'll explain what I plan on doing. I will say that there are some cool perks on the page. If you want to become a founder for $300, we're going to put a plaque, a really nice permanent, like either stone or bronze plaque, in the prayer hall, and your name will be on there as one of the founders. And also we may put other memorials to the founders around on the site, and your name will also go on the website as a founder. And so if you care to be a founder and have your name memorialized in a property that is going to remain in the Sangha hands beyond my lifetime, I'm going to explain that part now. So I'm not forming a nonprofit. What I'm going to do is pay this land off rather quickly. I suspect within the next couple of years or less, I predict we'll have this land paid off. And then I'm going to build at least the rudiments, the beginnings of a proper hermitage. And once those two things are achieved, once the land is paid for and there's the proper functioning components of a hermitage in operation, I'm going to donate the entire property to one of the sanghas who does have a nonprofit thing going on. I don't know exactly which one yet I'm going to pick. It may be one of the larger monastic institutions like Savrasti Abbey, who have quite an amazing thing going on up on the up by the Washington border, and or maybe a smaller sangha. I just don't know yet. That's a long ways down the road, so I don't want to say or commit, but it will eventually, as soon as it's paid for and as soon as it's functioning as a hermitage, the entire property will be donated. They'll only have to agree to two things. They got to let me die on the property, and they got to keep it in Buddhist hands as, you know, as a monastic facility, monastic level retreat facility. And so, yeah, that's the plan. I'm not interested in being a leader or starting a foundation or an organization or anything like that. I'm interested in being a part of what somebody else is doing and building within that sangha. So that's we found our land home. We're still sort of searching for our sangha home, but wherever that does, when that does happen, and when we feel good about it, and when the land is paid for and ready, we will donate it to a sangha that has all the proper nonprofits and stuff like that going on, and they will, and then so Dharma Wheel Hermitage will continue. In the meantime, it will very short order be sort of semi-open to the public, in the sense that if you make private arrangements with me, we'll go ahead and let you come down and retreat on the property. It's not for camping or bonfires or whatever. If you want to come down and retreat, the property will be available more or less probably this fall, later this fall, you know, even during the holidays air time. And if people did want to come on, you know, we could accommodate people as long as you bring everything, because, you know, we'll still be camping ourselves on the property this fall. But so yeah, that is the land update. This is a 17-minute video. If you have any questions, put them in the comments, and I will do a live stream about this when I'm able to get myself more together, because we're really exhausted. Actually, this has been a huge amount of work just to get this far, but it's a done deal. As I said, the Dharma Wheel Hermitage is no longer aspirational, and we're no longer, in a short while in September, we'll no longer be wandering either. But just remember what Gandalf said, guys: not all who wander are lost. That has never been more true than today. So please, guys, this is an appeal. You know that we have been pretty good the last 3 years about not, you know, sort of begging you guys all the time for help. But this is important. We really want to do this, and we need to start getting some dollar bills into that land fund. So click that link below if you can. Every few dollars helps, and every single penny is going straight to the bank to pay off that note. And so thank you guys very much for tuning in and listening. And yeah, I look forward, maybe we'll see you someday. You'll come down and visit us at the Hermitage.